Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Shaun Wick back at it again with another video, and today I'm going to be telling y'all a funny story time that I have the first time I got high. But before we get into this story time, I need y'all to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. A lot of times the people that I see on the game and all that, they say they see me on YouTube. They try to hit me up and add me and all that. If you want to ask me questions, if you want to talk to me, if you want to, want me to add y'all so we can run up on the game or something, the best way to hit me up is through Instagram on DM. That's the best way to get to me. Now, further ado, let's get into the story time. Now, it's two parts to this story. It's the first time I got high and the first time I got laced. So I'm gonna be telling y'all both in this one video. So I started smoking around 12 or 13 years old. 8th grade. And I always hung around a certain crowd. And when I say a certain crowd, I'm sure a majority of y'all know, like, the people you just got no business being around. And those was the people that I was around. Now, on this particular day, I have no clue what made me want to smoke. I guess this is because, it wasn't no peer pressure shit. It was just like everybody I know smokes weed. Like, all my friends smoke weed. My brother smoked weed. My dad smoked weed. So it's like, it gotta be something good for everybody to just be blowing like this. So on this particular day, I just asked one of my friends. I ain't even gonna say his name because I don't really too much deal with him. I ain't talked to him in years. We just gonna call him T. So T, he got all, he got everything. He got everything that you want, from pills, weed. He got it all. So on this particular day, I just told him, I'm like, man, I'm trying to get high. And he was like, all right, cool. So this, like I said, I'm from Evanston, / Chicago. Like, it's like a little 50-50. That's where I was at majority of my life, Evanston and Chicago. But at this particular time, a lot of people don't know, I lived in Texas for 5 years. So this is in Texas, Austin, Texas. So I stayed on Wickersham, and on Wickersham, they got this little gas station called Apple Mart. If you're from Austin, Texas, you know what Apple Mart is. Now, I don't know if the apartments is still there, but across the street was like these apartments. I think it was for college students, and they had like this little basketball court. I'm gonna go on Google Maps and see if I can find it so I can give y'all a perfect image. So they had these apartments with a little basketball court, and on the basketball court, like behind it, it was like this little chill area with like hella bushes and trees, and that's where everybody would go, like if you was young or whoever, to go back there and smoke, because there wasn't no cameras. You ain't got to worry about nobody harassing you. So we get the basketball, I leave the house, I tell my mom I'm leaving, all that, and me and T, we go by Apple Mart, and we cross the street, go to the apartments, go to the basketball court, and we go to the little area. So he pull out like this bullshit bag of weed. It's Reggie, but if you know, you know. If you've never smoked weed before, Reggie's gonna get you loaded. If you never consumed THC, it don't matter the level of THC. If it's your first time, you gonna be high as hell. Simple. So he pulled out a bullshit bag of Reggie, and he pulled out a pipe. Now, he flamed it. He put it in a little bowl or whatever. He flamed it up. He hit it a couple times. And he passed it to me. So, I never smoked before. So, and he know I never smoked before. So he like teaching me. So he was like, all right, light it and inhale at the same time. And when you when you got the smoke in your mouth, he was like inhale, like do that noise so it can get into your lungs. That's what gets you high. I was like, okay, cool. So I hit it, inhale, and now the smoke is in my lungs. Now I'm getting my first dose. Alright, well, let me not say first dose. That sound like some crack fiend shit. But now I'm smoking. So we take a couple more hits, whatever. We start playing basketball. Now we hooping, we having a little good time. I say about 30 minutes, it kick in. I'm having a marvelous time. I'm laughing at everything. Like, I remember I was talking to this girl at this one time. It was my girlfriend. And I called her. I was like, everywhere I look, like, everything is green. Like, I swear everything I seen was green. Like, it don't matter where I look or where I turn my head. Like, I would see a green car, a green motorcycle. Everything I seen was green. So I'm laughing. We having a good time, right? So at this time, T, he got a girlfriend. And she don't like him smoking. She don't like when he high. So he called her up. She come to the court or whatever. And we sitting down like on this little bench or whatever. And me and him, we just launching. Like, you can tell we high as hell. And she could clearly see it, like she looking at us, our eyes glazed, all type of shit. He looked at me. I remember this made me die laughing. Like, I was looking at him, and he had like these pack of donuts, and he looked at me. He like, man, your eyes glazed like a motherfucking glazed donut. And we was cracking up. She was like, yeah, y'all high. She got up and walked off, and he followed her and all that. He was like, no, I'm not high. Woo. So then, like, I say another 30 minutes pass by, and some more people come to the basketball court, and we hooping. So we hooping, we doing our little 1-2, we doing our thing. It's this little fat Mexican boy that we playing against. He running, and he fall. Bro, when I tell you, I fell to the ground. I was laughing hard as fuck for like 10 minutes straight, right in this nigga face. I did not care, nigga. I was dying. So yeah, and then from that's when I fell in love with weed. Now, that's the first time I got high. Now we gonna talk about the first time I got laced. So boom, same person I'm with, T. So this time we go to Apple Mart, and if you was a smoker when you young, y'all can relate to what I'm finna say right now. When you smoking when you was like 12, 13, 14, like you being a minor, in order to get you some Rellos, like some Swishes or whatever was popular back then, you had to sit outside the gas station. You gotta wait to see a nigga that look like, he smoke or whatever. And you give him money like, hey, get us some Rellos. And he was like, all right, okay, cool. He go in, get you the Rellos. So that's what we do. So we walking back to our apartments, and we see some niggas we know. And they was like, he was like, yeah, what y'all finna do? He said, yeah, we finna smoke. We finna go hot box his mama car out. His mama was one of the mamas that just ain't give a fuck. Like, y'all know the mamas in the hood that just let their kids do whatever. He had one of them mamas. So he was like, yeah, we finna go hotbox my mama car real quick. They was like, all right, bet, cool. So get in the car. He rolling. It's like, what? So it's one in the driver's seat, one in the passenger seat, and it's 3 of us in the back. So it's 5 of us. So they rolling the blunt. Now it's this nigga. It was a Mexican. I don't even know him. And at this time, I'm so stupid. I'm thinking like, we cool and this and that. He passed me a pipe, but it's already stuffed and it's already burnt. Like somebody already had hit it. But me, I'm trusting them. I'm like, oh, this my homie. We all cool. We all smoking. I take it and I hit it. Now, I'm the only one that hit it. Nobody else wanted to hit that pipe. I was the only one smoking out of that pipe. So I'm smoking, I'm hitting it, right? I put that down. Now, they roll up the blunt. The weed good. I see the weed. This some good shit. This ain't no Reggie. This some real gas. So they roll it up. And then, the blunt in rotation. We puff, pass, all that. So I'm sitting in the back seat. I'm sitting there, and out of nowhere, I just started feeling crazy. Like, y'all know the movie Friday when Smokey, he hopped out of the car and he started tweaking. I wasn't on no shit like that. Like I was like, let me out. I jump out. I run into in front of the car, and I'm just looking at the car, and I'm steady hitting it. Like, I don't know what made me hit it. And they in the car looking at me like, this nigga tweaking. So I'm like, I'll be right back. And I take off and I run to the house. So I run to the house, take off and I run to the house. And like the door is right in front of me, but it looks like it's far away, if that makes sense. Like the door is, I'm face to face with the door. I'm knocking on the door, but it looks like I'm like 20 feet away from the door. Like I'm loaded. I run in the house, I run upstairs, and y'all know the movie Bad Boys, it was Bad Boys 2, when he was high off that ecstasy, they made him take a cold shower so he could sober up. So I'm thinking that's what's finna happen to me. So I get into the shower, I make sure it's cold and all that, right? So then after a while, I was like, bro, I'm too high, like I'm way too high. And then I go, after I get out the shower, I go and stand in front of the mirror and I'm looking at myself. Nigga, I look high as fuck. Like I could not hide it. Eyes low, super red. Like it is no way I can hide this. I ain't got ain't no glasses or nothing in this world that can hide me from being this goddamn high. Like if my mama see me, it's raps. Like she know I'm cooked. So the cold shower ain't work. I run in my room. I lay down. I close my eyes. I'm trying to go to sleep. It's not working. And then it's like this heat over my body, and I just started getting hot as fuck. I'm like, I gotta go to the hospital. But mama in the tub. I run in there. I was like, Ma, I gotta go to the hospital. She's like, boy, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I was around my friends and they was smoking and the smoke was getting in my face and I got high. She was like, boy, you ain't getting no motherfucking high like that off no contact. You was smoking with him. I was like, no, Ma, I wasn't smoking. I promise I wasn't smoking. She was like, yes, you was. She called my oldest brother. She got on the phone with him. She was like, you better get your little brother. I'm going to kill him. So look, that ain't even the cold part, right? So like I said, I just got out the shower. I ain't put on no lotion or nothing. I'm in my drawers, ashy as fuck. Like I'm ashy in my drawers. And I'm high and I'm paranoid. I look like a straight dope fiend, bro. My mama pick up the phone and she started recording. Like she pretended like she recording, like you know how some of them parents was doing back then. Some of them still doing now, where they record their kids, post it on Facebook, embarrassing them. My mama would never do that. She was just doing that to like prove a point. Like, you get what I'm saying? My other brother that was living with us, he see that I'm hot. He see how serious it is, and he trying not to laugh. He tries so hard not to laugh. So I lay down on the couch. He put the fan in my face. I'm knocked out. Then I fall asleep. I'm like, cool. Wake up the next morning. I'm refreshed. I'm cool. Whatever. I go outside. I see T, and he just looking at me laughing. Now, I don't know if he knew what the little Mexican did, or he was just laughing because I was tripping. I don't know. But ever since that day, I ain't really rock with him, and I still was smoking weed after that. I ain't gonna cap. And that's how I knew for a fact I was laced, because when I smoked with them, I was tripping. I was out of my mind. But when I went and got some weed that I seen with my own two eyes, and I was like, it was some loud, it was some gas, it was some, it was some pressure. And I smoked it, and I was high as hell, but I was cool. So I was like, yeah, I definitely got laced. That's how I knew. But man, that's just a crazy story that I wanted to tell y'all. There's gonna be a lot more story times that I tell y'all. I had I was doing crazy shit at a very young ass age. But that's gonna be it for this video. If y'all enjoyed this story time, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. If you want to get in contact with me, Instagram is the way. Instagram is the way. I read my YouTube comments, I go through there. But if y'all want direct, immediate contact with me, Instagram is the way. I go to Instagram, follow me, shoot me a DM, all that. And y'all can even give me some story time. Story time ideas if y'all want to hear some more. But again, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, Shaun Wick out.